There's one ingredient at the grocery store that I buy that I spend an extraordinary amount of time choosing the very perfect ones. And I'm thinking, oh gosh, they're going to be so good as just a snack, or maybe use them with my morning cereal, blend them with oatmeal or yogurt. I get them home, I put them on the kitchen counter, and they sit and sit and sit for days and days and days. Now, what do I end up with? This. Rotten bananas. But these bananas aren't rotten. These bananas are golden. We're making a 4-ingredient banana cake today, and we're gonna reinvent these bananas and make them the star of this recipe. Now for this banana cake, the riper the banana, the better. I mean, you want those bananas to just ooze out of the skins and just put them into your bowl. That's because these really ripe bananas have probably more intense flavor in them, and they're going to be perfect in this recipe. So you could also take this mashed banana and you could put it in a Ziploc bag, and you could freeze them and make the cake or your banana muffins or banana bread later. But the more ripe, the better. And they just kind of zip apart. You don't need to do anything, and just let them drop out, and they're just oozing with delicious juices. Then we're just going to give these bananas just a little mash. You see, they're already just a perfect mixture, and they're all mashed up. If there are little pieces like this in the banana, just pick them out and discard them. That's the start of our banana bread, and these look beautiful already. Next thing, some sweetened condensed milk. Wow, look at that batter. It's already looking gorgeous. Then we're going to use some cinnamon. And remember, this is a recipe that it's only 4 ingredients, but if you want to make it 5 or 6, for instance, if you want to add chopped nuts, shredded coconut, if you want to add raisins, just whatever you want to add to make your banana cake to your liking. Okay, so we've got a little bit of cinnamon in there. Recipe is going to be at allyskitchen.com. Okay, the last thing we're going to put in is flour. We are using self-rising flour. Now, if you don't have self-rising flour, then you can make your own. You can just use regular flour and put a teaspoon of baking powder to each cup of your regular flour. So this is self-rising flour. You know, I love baking in wooden bowls. It's kind of like the olden days, and it's just a good feeling. That's the thing about being in the kitchen. You can transport yourself anywhere, any place, anytime, just by maybe what you're creating, or maybe the tools you're using. And in this case, this wooden bowl. Wow, it's just nice and thick, and little shards of bananas in there. This is what you want. I'm going to use this little spatula to go around and get the rest of the flour in. Okay. Now to bake it. That's it. And you see, I have my baking dish. I have it sprayed with cooking spray, and then I put a piece of parchment paper in it, and we're just going to smooth the batter over and put it in the oven. Who wants to lick the spoons? You're going to scrape every bit out of your sweetened condensed milk. You can use a spatula or a spoon, but you're going to save maybe a couple of ounces, and we're going to use it as the glaze And I have microwaved this just a few seconds, and it's going to be the glaze that's going to go on top of the cake. We're going to poke holes in it so it'll ooze down into the cake. How easy is that? Our cake is all ready. It's been sitting probably about 15 to 20 minutes, and it's done because the skewer comes out clean. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of this skewer and I'm just going to poke some little holes in it. And we're going to take that warm glaze and pour over it. And it's going to ooze into the cake. And you could make larger holes. Now that's what we call a holy cake. Okay, let's take the warm sweetened condensed milk and just drizzle it over it. We want to get every bit of it out. This is really sticky stuff too. Drizzle it around. It's all in those cake holes. The hardest piece to get out is the first piece. Wow, that's perfect. It's still steaming. We'll put a few little strawberries on top. Cover up those holes. There you go. 4 ingredient strawberry cake. You saw how easy it is to make. You know, the thing I love about this recipe and baking it in this cake dish, this really has a texture of bread, but it's in a cake dish, and you can slice it just like you're slicing bread. I've got half the cake or the bread, and we're making individual bread slices. You can put butter, cream cheese, toast them. You can make them any size you want. They just come out perfectly. Recipes at allieskitchen.com. I will see you next time right here in Allie's Kitchen. Hey, my foodie friends, be sure to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more delicious surprises and kitchen magic. Leave some comments to suggest what delicacy I should do next. Bon appetit! The recipes at allieskitchen.com, and I'll see you next time right here in my kitchen.